does PCOD mean and how is it similar to fibroids? I mean, people are a little confused with the two terms.
No, PCOD is not related to fibroids at all. I will have to go a little bit into the basic physiology of ovulation. Ovulation is when the ovum is released. I'm sure everybody knows that it is taught in schools. So an egg is released from an ovary in 1 month, and in the next month it is usually released from the other side. In PCOD, what happens is that due to the hormone imbalance, the eggs are not produced properly. Many follicles develop, but none of them become big enough to become a follicle and rupture. So those are the small follicles which we see as cysts. So PCOD is polycystic ovarian disease. Here there is no ovulation. It is also associated with many other metabolic syndromes, like you may get diabetic later on, and there is a predisposition in the very late period for endometrial cancer. So you have to be very careful about that.
Are there any lifestyle factors which is causing this? I mean, it's quite rampant in cities these days.
Yeah. PCOD is slightly genetic, but mostly lifestyle. Okay. The basic thing is that don't put on weight. That is the first thing. And even if you have put on weight, by simply doing exercise, you can have regular periods and you can get out of the syndrome. You cannot just blame your genes alone.
And how do you go about treating it? Is it mostly hormonal?
It is, for us, first and foremost is lifestyle alteration. You lose 5% of your weight. You lose 10% of your existing body weight. Your PCOD becomes much better and you start ovulating and having your periods. Then of course we put them on regular oral contraceptive pills which help in regularizing periods. And in married people, sometimes we have to induce ovulation because this is a cause for infertility.
Doctor, what are the symptoms of PCOD?
The most common symptom of PCOD is that you don't get a proper period. There are two ways of it. One is that you get very frequent periods. The other is that you get periods after months together. And when you do get your periods, you bleed for days together. It may not be heavy flow, but then you spot, go on for days. And the other thing is obesity. Many people do become obese, but there are thin PCOS as well. So you cannot say that thin people are all right. Then some people have hair on their face. They have black marks. And their sugars always should be tested because sometimes we do find them diabetic as well.
Basically like a syndrome complex.
It is a syndrome.
A lot of symptoms and...
Yeah. It is a syndrome.
Doctor, what are the modalities of treatment in PCOD?
First and foremost, it is lifestyle alteration. You have to control your junk food. You have to control your sweets. You have to control your fatty foods and exercise. Exercise is the mainstay of treatment. And if that doesn't work, we put the children or the women on birth control pills. Other than contraception, the advantage is that it makes the periods very regular, the bleeding will be less. If none of these work and they have infertility as their problem, then we go for laparoscopic surgery wherein all these small cysts are drilled. And then that helps in changing the hormonal maladjustment which they have.
Okay. Found our information useful? If you found that the video has helped you, please like. Tell us what you think about our videos. Please leave a comment. To watch our other videos, click here.
For more such information related to your health, log on to health.india.com.